I used to think emotional self-care meant crying in the shower and calling it a day. Turns out it's a little deeper than that. You can't heal what you don't feel. So why do so many of us pretend we're fine when clearly we're not? And what can we do about it? Hi, I'm Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if we're already friends. This is part 3 of my 7 Pillars of Self-Care series. And today we're diving into one of the most underrated and awkward pillars of all, emotional self-care. Yep, feelings. They make us human, but they're also the things that most of us try to ignore until they show up uninvited at 2 a.m. and demand a full existential crisis. Let's talk about how to work with your emotions instead of shoving them into the junk drawer of your soul. So, what is emotional self-care? It's about paying attention to what you feel and learning to respond in a way that supports your overall well-being. Not by pretending you're fine, not by rage texting your group chat, and definitely not by stress cleaning the entire house while muttering, "I'm good," through gritted teeth. Not that I would know anything about that. It's about recognizing your emotions and allowing them to exist without shame. Acknowledging and sitting with your feelings, even if they're difficult, will keep you on a path of good emotional health. For a long time, I didn't get emotional self-care. I thought feeling your feelings sounded like something you do at a yoga retreat after a cup of herbal tea. But then I had a moment, maybe you've had one too, where everything just caught up with me. When my kids were little, just getting through the day felt like a marathon. Between skinned knees, tantrums, and never-ending messes, I barely had a moment to breathe, let alone feel anything. By the time I hit the couch at night, I wasn't reflecting or processing. I was zoning out, just trying to reset enough to do it all over again the next day. I went to bed to rest my body, but I never really checked in with me. Then, one day, after an especially chaotic day, I completely lost it over something ridiculous. I couldn't find the match to my favorite sock, and I just about broke down sobbing. It wasn't about the sock, obviously. It was everything I'd been carrying. All the emotions I'd been ignoring finally spilling out. That was a real moment of realization. Turns out you can't outrun your feelings forever. Eventually they catch up, and usually in a dramatic fashion. Your wake-up call might sneak up on you quietly, or it could be a dramatic breakdown. Either way, it's important to pay attention when it happens, because when you start to explore your feelings instead of avoiding them, things shift. You become more resilient. You handle conflict better. You stop spiraling over that one email from your boss that just says, "Let's chat." Let's break it down into a few things now that you can actually do. Number 1, know your feelings. Start by asking, what am I feeling right now? And no, fine is not a real answer. It's emotional beige. The more specific you get, the more power you gain. If you've seen any of my other videos, you already know I'm a big fan of journaling. And emotional self-care is another perfect place to use it. Try this. Open your journal and just start writing what you're feeling. Don't worry about grammar or whether it makes sense. This is just for you. Let your emotions spill onto the page. Because once you can see what you're feeling, it becomes a lot easier to work with those emotions instead of being overwhelmed by them. And if you're struggling to name what you feel, I've created a simple emotions guide you can download. It's linked in the description below. Number 2, understand your emotional needs. Sometimes self-care is messy. It's canceling plans. It's saying, "I love you, but I need to be alone right now and eat snacks in sweatpants." If you've spent your life putting others first, this will feel weird at first, but try to do it anyway. You're allowed to need things, and you're allowed to meet those needs. Number 3, set boundaries. If the word boundaries makes you sweat a little, same. But emotional self-care means learning to say no without a 20-minute apology monologue afterwards. Boundaries protect your energy, and if someone can't handle your no, they probably benefited too much from your lack of it. Number 4, notice your triggers. Do you ever wonder why you go from 0 to emotionally derailed by something tiny? Chances are you've hit a trigger. Start paying attention to patterns. Do certain people, places, or situations bring up big feelings? Naming your triggers is the first step to disarming them and being able to deal with them better. Number 5, embrace quiet time. I know, you're busy, we're all busy, but your nervous system deserves a break. Whether it's journaling, taking a walk, or doing absolutely nothing for 5 minutes, quiet time helps you process instead of suppress. Even if all you do is stare into space or at a flickering candle, it still counts. Emotional self-care is about being honest. It's about treating your inner world with the same care you'd give a friend who's having a rough time. The truth is, emotions aren't the enemy. They're the messengers. And when you learn to listen, you'll start to feel more connected, more grounded, and, well, more you. If this video helped you feel a little better about getting in touch with your emotions, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for the rest of the 7 Pillars of Self-Care series and more. And tell me in the comments, what's one emotion you've learned to make space for lately? I really want to create a community here where we can share and explore ideas and support each other. We're all in this together, feelings and all. And remember, you can download my free emotions guide below. I hope to see you next time.